Mga netizen, it's your boy Jay from Jedi Natural Fitness, and today my topic is going to be training related. We're building muscle and strength, and in my opinion, training heavy on the primary compound lift is one of the best ways to increase strength and size, especially if you are natural. I mean, not using any drugs like PEDs like Dianabol or steroids or whatever. If one wants to get stronger, then lift the exercise that uses the most muscle mass and that uses the most use heavy weights that uses the whole body, and those are the compound movements. For example, the squat, the deadlift, the clean, the one that I'm using here, the snatch, and bench press and press. Those were some just examples, but in my opinion, those exercises are the best movement for building size and strength. Why is it the best? It's because it hits many muscles in the entire body, and it builds the whole body, not just the arms, not just the back, not just the chest in each movement, but everything. Now, in my opinion, for the novice lifters or the beginners, it might be a mistake that they are training for the pump or training just body parts. Like, for example, day 1, just one body part like chest day, day 2, back day, day 3, shoulder day, day 4 leg day, and so on, because that way is going to be very difficult to track progressive all overload for increasing strength on each exercise, especially if you're doing hundreds or at least maybe 5, 6, 10 exercise just per body part. And one of the best ways for increasing muscle mass is by increasing the load, increasing the weight on the bar each time you work out. It's almost impossible to track it if you do that one body part a day with a whole bunch of exercise for just one body part. And I noticed in the gym that the biggest guys are always the strongest. The guys who lifted the most weight are the biggest, because they focus on progressive overload, not just on body parts, but the weight itself, adding more weight on the bar. For example, if you want to increase chest size, at least aim for, or not just the chest size, but even for the arm size as well, aim for at least 200 pounds or 220 pounds on the bench press. Guys that I always see are the biggest could lift the most weight in the gym. So why bother with the pump? I don't know. Maybe because that's the only thing that they know to train. But I noticed the people who actually lifted the most heaviest weights are the biggest. And that's in real life. If you want to build a bigger chest, big arms, increase your bench press up to 200 pounds or above. If you want a bigger back, bigger hamstring, I guess, then aim for at least 300 or 370 or 400 pound deadlift to increase the back size. If you want big shoulders, big boulder shoulders, then aim for at least 100 plus or 200 pounds or near 200 pounds overhead press. It would be better if it's standing because it's not only going to hit the shoulders and arms, it will target even strengthen the core muscles. So that's another benefit. For the legs, at least aim for at least 300 pounds or 300 pounds and above to have a bigger leg development, for bigger lower body development. Not just for the quads, it will also hit the glutes and in some ways a little bit on the calves. Yes, that part will grow, especially if you use heavier weights. Because it has to, because of the stress of the weight. Now I noticed even on the internet, guys who have used heavier weight on the clean and the snatch has a very good back development, very good trap development. So the strongest guys who use that, like especially the Chinese lifters, has very good back development. And I too myself, I experimented with this, and my back grew because I focus on getting better and stronger on the snatch and the clean. Noticed too on some of my clients that especially the female clients, that even their traps are growing, and they notice that their trap going from noticing on their shirt that it is rising, and they are females. Their testosterone is not that high, and yet just by doing the snatch and the clean, their muscle in that area is increasing, and probably even better than the deadlift, because I asked them, they never felt or experienced that on the deadlift, but on the snatch and the clean they are. So if you want to have a bigger traps, use the Olympic lift to gain size on those, and a little bit of course on the arms as well. I believe that it actually increase arm size, the whole arm on the clean and the snatch. If you notice, the highest on Olympic weightlifters, even CrossFitters, has very good arm development, and they are not that focused on curling, but they're more focused on heavy lifts, just like the clean, the snatch, and the pulls, like the high pulls from the ground. So that get stronger on the compound movements to gain size, to gain strength. And one of the best ways to do that, especially for beginners, is to just add 5 pounds on your compound movements each time you enter the gym, whatever the program is, and just every time at least try to add 5 pounds. Don't add too much, is because when you add too much you will hit a plateau and strength plateau very quickly, and that's not going to be fun, and you're going to struggle, and some people just gonna give up and stop training overall. So be smart with the training, and don't be greedy at adding too much weight in the bar. Be patient, focus on technique first, so you will avoid injury and help you increase strength and muscle. Again, for novice lifters, I do believe that it is better to focus on only on the handful exercises before adding some pumping exercise. Better add size first for the muscle, adding strength before putting some details. Adding details for the muscle like isolation movements like curls, cable crossovers, tricep extension, leg curls. Maybe down the line soon, but at the beginning, at least focus on getting better and stronger on those compound movements. In Arnold Schwarzenegger, the legendary Arnold Schwarzenegger advised that get stronger first before using so much isolation movements. Even in an interview, they ask him as to why James doesn't teach the Olympic lift like snatch, the clean and jerk, and the high pull, and he was disappointed because he called that why people in the gym doesn't teach the basic. Yes, he called those the basic movements to increasing size. I believe that is still considered basic because I noticed even my clients could actually at least perform the snatch and the clean at least few weeks, some few months. It's not really that difficult because one, you can actually practice it with the very lightweight, even just for the PVC pipe or empty bar. So that's it. Get stronger, guys. And until next time.